I just want to touch on this issue. I think we spoke about it a lot on Friday, but of course the situation has moved forward. The shutdown riots that started in Durban, some of them have been reported up here in Joburg. They started off with supporting Zuma to free Zuma, and it became looting. And then last night, Cyril spoke about, his concern when it comes to that. When he was telling us that he's gonna babysit us for the next 2 weeks again. Wow. He just ended that to which, he's not happy about it. I don't want to really go through all what's going on. I'm just gonna say a few points. I think you can also say a few points. At most, we're gonna spend like 5 minutes or even less on this. Guys, we need to separate who's got the power and who doesn't have the power. There's a lot of hate against Ramaphosa online. He might be guilty of a lot of things. He might be guilty through his suffering of people in terms of the lockdowns or the aftermath of the lockdowns. He might be guilty of not getting the economy ready to be able to absorb the lockdown so that people don't suffer a lot. But he's not responsible for putting Zuma in jail. That's the first thing we need to clear. That was the courts, and I think we went at length on Friday talking about how Zuma said he's not coming.
He's not coming,
Yeah, he's not going to get involved himself there. That's the first thing. The second thing, the issue about the looting. You see, it's easy to break things down. It's very, very, very easy to break things down, but it's very hard to build things up, right? And the breaking down, the burning of trucks, I agree that people that have grievances should be able to protest if they should choose to protest. Excuse me. There's always different ways to express your displeasure. And I say, I'm talking about the looting issue because I don't want to talk about the Zuma issue because we spoke about it.
Yeah.
Even though this started from there, I think the looting issue has got something to do with people being desperate, people suffering, people having a hard time, just to feed their families and actually survive. While we do that, while we show displeasure with what is happening, let's not infringe on other people's rights. You've got a problem, it's the government that decides these things. You can attend to the government. And one of the main things that you can attend to the government is not to vote the same government in.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
It's one of the most powerful things that if you don't like what these guys promise to do and they're not delivering to your satisfaction,
don't vote them.
You can change them. You can say we don't want you. Yeah. Right. And then find someone else who would appeal to your needs.
Yeah, but like, okay, can I add on to what you just said? My dad, when I first turned 18, he told me straight up, don't be loyal to a political party. Be loyal to the ideas of a politician. Like the things they promise you, be loyal to that. What they're going to promise you, and if you like what they promised you, vote for them. If they don't deliver on that, vote for someone else. That's it. Don't be loyal to a political party.
Yeah. And look, when we in one space, we can't also be naive and not consider where we're coming from. But I think in terms of because a lot of people vote towards there's loyalty to a party because of what people have done previously. You understand? But I think we're getting to a point where, in a way, you have to be selfish and think about yourself and think about what type of environment or what type of country that you want to leave for your kids, And I think that's where I'm gonna go with this, because I know it's gonna start a lot of debates, and you don't care about the poor. I do care about the poor, but I also care about, there's mechanisms that are built into the system that allow you to show your dissatisfaction. And at this point, I think the leaders that have been voted in and the community leaders need to stand up. We've had 6 deaths since this riot started so far. That's reported. We don't know if it's going to get worse. We've had injuries. We've got people that are hurting. The cops are stretched, which means now criminality can go wild because other people are occupying the space. So if you get broken into and they say they don't have a van, yeah, well, you can just turn on your TV, you can see the van where it is.
Yeah.
You know, so this has got, for me, nothing ever comes out of a chaotic situation. Nothing good comes out of a chaotic situation. I think the people have made their point in terms of their struggles with life, and I hope that the higher powers can come to their aid and do something about it. Yeah. We don't want to see loss of life. We don't want to see our towns in flames. Because again, like I started this talk, it's easy to break something down, but it's hard to build it up.
Rome wasn't built in one day.
Yeah, it's hard to build it up.